Welcome back to the channel, guys. Your home of economic market cycles and, of course, cryptocurrency. This video is an update on some of the most important numbers for cryptocurrency to overcome at this point in time. The prices on the chart, which we've been following for a while, and these are critical levels in the short term for the cryptocurrency market. There's plenty of support and resistance at these levels, and it looks like we are finally attempting these prices. Now, I have the NASDAQ up here at the moment because we've seen some big crashes in the tech sector. However, crypto is not playing to that. And I've just made another video on that, so go and check that out after this. I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. Make sure you like and subscribe as well so you're updated with the economic and cryptocurrency updates here. So the NASDAQ rejected at 50%. Remember, we're also watching the major 50% for a short-term bounce. It happened beautifully, right on the money there at 13,700-ish. And now we've been rejected again at the 50% level, 15,240. So we're down about 4%. Facebook is the big cause here, down 26%. However, Bitcoin hasn't seen the crash, which to me breeds some good hopium for the cryptocurrency market, because Bitcoin has been quite correlated over the last few weeks to the NASDAQ. And so we've seen the bad news over there. The market has dropped. However, Bitcoin hasn't dropped. So things might be starting to come unraveled for the time being. These things aren't correlated 100% for 100% of the time. They go in and out of these cycles. So the levels that we've been watching, probably getting sick of me saying them, around the 38,500. However, the big ones here, the downtrend is getting retested again, as we've been watching over the last few days, coming up to the blue downtrend line, and the rejection was much more minor. Now you can check out my brother's channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Called this perfectly. We had a nice little correction here before we got a retest of the the underside of the downtrend. He follows a lot of the short-term short trading and long trading the market. So if you're interested in trading, check out that channel. I'll leave a link there. Okay, so the 50%, 38,700. That for Bitcoin short-term target, we need to get over that. And of course, you want a nice round number, call it 39,000. There's a lot of resistance on the way up for Bitcoin, which we've covered many times because we had so many times where the market stopped, halted. We had some buying support. The market tried to bounce and it kept getting rejected. So we had many times on the way down where the market found some support. So this is going to cause, in theory, it would cause a lot of rejections on the way up. But you'll know if it's getting stronger because we'll get higher lows begin to form, like we're seeing at the moment. Now, the big critical numbers that I'm watching here for the total market cap is the 1.76. For a nice round number, we'll call it $1.8 trillion level. The reason being, you can see my horizontal line here. It was a major support level through September low. Now, September was a critical point in the market. That was our first higher swing bottom on a macro time frame, and that was some critical times for the crypto market in general, because we had a lot of bad news. We had the if you remember back, China banning Bitcoin. There was some liquidations on the 7th of September, and there was a lot of bad news going on at this point. However, remember, the market price was a lot higher. So that lends itself to strength in the market, which is why we were buying heavily here for that trade up to those highs. What we're looking at here is the market getting rejected for now, short term, but at the moment, it's getting just a small rejection off that level. So it's a higher low at the moment. As I said, this is an important number for it to cross 1.8. We had many times that it was rejected in May when it tried to bounce back above. And then it also was the top back in February. It climbed to new all-time highs, and that was basically the top before it got rejected and then carried on to its new all-time high. So plenty of resistance. It also found support in April. That was off that first major crash. If you weren't following in 2021, this was an extremely emotional period in the market. April, very emotional, and also May, of course. So those are the most important levels. We had the support September, and now we've just crashed well and truly under it and trying to get back above that level. 1.8 is for the total market cap. That includes Bitcoin and Ethereum. As for all of the altcoins, you can see it's kind of similar. We've crashed under the September low for all the reasons that I've just previously mentioned. It also crashed down on the 4th of December. That was another major crash day for all of cryptocurrency. So it became support. It was support on the September. It was support in early September. That was the liquidations day, the 7th of September. And it was also rejected again. So basically resistance in May. So this number is 680 billion. So if you want a nice round number, call it 700 billion. So this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So basically all of the altcoins that we all love to trade for 100x's. The number 700 billion. What does this mean? 700 billion, 1.8 trillion for the total market caps. And of course, Bitcoin short term are over that 39K, ideally into the 40s and start to test the upper sides of the 44. But I'm most concerned with these numbers here, the 1.8 trillion and the 700 billion. If we can get back above those, then we start our first leg of consolidating above these levels. Does that mean it's over? No. Does it mean that we can't be wrong and this gets broken later on? Of course it can still mean that. We can come up here, start to get some consolidation, but then find that we cannot get above the 760, our next 50% zone, which was also support and support here. We could do that and then fall away again. If that happened, then we'll more than likely, it'll just increase the probabilities of us breaking down from the January lows. So keep a lookout for that. If we can't get above that level, then we're probably going to come down and retest those lows, which would mean even lower prices for altcoins, because again, I'm on the total market cap here, excluding Bitcoin and ETH. So as the current market structure stands, 1.8 trillion for total market cap, and for total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, $700 billion. Those are the two major numbers that I'm watching for the market to find some strength, breakthrough, find some strength, consolidation, and then tackle the next numbers. That's what I'm looking for in the altcoin market. I've got my altcoin portfolio coming out for Patreon members. You can find a link to that in the top of the description. Join us over there if you want to get more updates around the economic market cycles and buy and sell strategies for your portfolios. I'll see you guys at the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Till then, have more fun to get more done.